Hey guys, this is Clayton and Martina, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, English from America. If you are new to our channel, we're here to help you with your English and also bring you closer to American culture and life in the USA. In this video, we will help you get ready for a job interview in English with an American company. There are usually a particular set of questions that we think are most important for us to discuss, and we will dissect these questions and how to answer them the best way possible. We want you to make the best impression, so we pick the most common questions to be ready for. Don't forget, a job interview is not just about what you're saying, but also how you're acting. You need to align these two skills in order to make the best impression possible. So let's talk about interview etiquette first. Number 1, show up on time. If you're tardy, don't even bother. Number 2, a firm handshake. However, with COVID, maybe it's not so likely, but hopefully in the future, if handshakes return, make sure it's a firm one. Number 3, make eye contact. People, I can't tell you enough how awkward it is when talking to someone and they don't look at you in the eye. Look at them in the eye. Number 4, never interrupt the person speaking. This is just rude. And number 5, ask questions. Remember, an interview is a two-way street. So come ready with your own questions and interview them as well. What do you think, Martina?
I totally agree with you, Clayton. First impressions are just so important. I have been a part of a search committee to fill a few positions at the university, and I can tell you which mistakes can and unfortunately will cost you the job and which ones are quite forgivable. So let's start with the ones that are not such a big deal. Nervous? Yeah, that's not a problem at all. Needing time to think about a question before you answer? Again, I don't really think this is anything that anybody would hold against you, because all of us sometimes need some time to think about a question before we can actually come up with the perfect answer. And then asking the interviewer to repeat their questions, I can tell you can just go ahead. Nobody will really think less of you just because you could not memorize the question the first time. And now let's review the mistakes that will cost you the job. First, not having basic knowledge about the position or company. This is a really big no-no. You have to learn about the company or the position before you go to the interview. Second, making factual errors. This would be really bad. And third, having no questions of your own to ask. Believe me, there's nothing more awkward than me, as the interviewer, asking if the person has some questions for me, and they just say, "Nope, I'm good." And if I remember correctly, the whole room just fell silent after this answer, because nobody really knew what to say since nobody expected it. And I can tell you that this person that answered like this was not invited for an interview in person. So before you go to a job interview, prepare at least 3 to 4 questions to ask, because it will show your interest and passion.
All good points, Martina. And before we get to the questions, let's not forget, be yourself. That's one of the most important things you can do during the interview. Try not to be too out of your shell, as it's very stressful. Just answer the questions honestly, and as the American saying goes, fake it until you make it. Tell them why you're the best fit, and always put your experience in the context of the job. Now, almost every interview will start with a common statement. That statement is, please tell me about yourself. Now's not the time to start talking about your car or your cat or what you ate for breakfast. When describing yourself, you want to have what's called an elevator speech ready. An elevator speech is a 10 to 15 second speech that summarizes your experience, your history, and why you're the best fit for the job. They've already read your resume, so you do not need to repeat all of the details. Simply summarize it because no one has ever done the job you're interviewing for like you can. And you need to make sure you articulate and explain that clearly, concisely, and with a smile.
Another question that you will be asked almost certainly is, why do you want to work here? Be honest. I assume you wanted the job because it is a good job or because it is a good company. So just explain why you want to work there and why you are the perfect fit for the position. What do you think, Clayton?
Yeah, absolutely. Another reason why you could work for a company is perhaps the growth it's going through and you want to be a part of that growth. Or another angle you can look at is perhaps the company has certain ecological and environmental goals that you personally align with and want to be a part of that process. So there's many reasons why you would want to work for a company beyond a paycheck. So think about how a company aligns with your own investment strategies or career aspirations or economic prosperity, and you can find yourself looking at a job offer. Okay, so the final question we have here for interviews is, why are you looking for a new role? And this also could be asked in the context of your current job. So why are you leaving your current job? This question can be a little tricky, especially if your current position is not in the same field as the job you're applying for. So here's an example. Say you're trying to change your career completely. You're going from human resources to supply chain. That's not a problem at all. Sometimes that's a great fit. You just need to explain why you want to change the field. And what I mean by this is you want to explain why you're excited for a new challenge, a new opportunity to grow and learn, and how your skills in your previous field can be used to benefit the new one. Another important aspect is to never talk badly about your old boss. This is taboo. So any bad feelings or resentment you might have about your old position or current one should never be brought up during the job interview. So if you're ever discussing a challenge that currently exists, always frame it in a positive way. And of course, never lie. If there's something you haven't done yet for the role that you're interviewing for, simply explain why you're ready to do it now and why the challenge of attempting something new excites you and one of the reasons why you applied for the position. So, Martinka, take us home.
So this is it, my friends. We hope that you enjoyed our video and that it helped you get ready for your job interview. If you want to learn more about the topic, just please let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for your support and we will see you later.